God, bro, this shit was crazy. That was a crazy episode. I feel like, well, so it's funny, right? I watched this episode. My grandpa, who has only seen like the first episode of the first season, and he said he hated it. He's like, I don't understand, like people eating rats. I don't get it. And so I was like, why don't you come do like a little ride along? You know, you can watch me work. And so he watched his first episode ever. This was his first episode, and I told it. He was like, and he got it. Like he understood all the strategy. He was calling Carla slimy or oily or something like that. Because
she's oily, bro.
Yeah, he was like she looks evil. She's an evil person, which I thought was awesome. And it's like it's a perfect episode for him to start watching the show on, because he was like, I get it. It's like it's about the strategy. But I feel like the biggest thing here is that when you have two of these giant figureheads going at each other, to see it end with Cody is tough to watch. It's tough, and I really wish that Carla went home here. But like objectively, I can't be mad. Like that it was edited pretty well. We saw why Carla almost goes home here. We saw why Jesse turns on him. We were shown that Cody would have a good shot of beating Jesse in this episode based on the edit, so it made sense for Jesse to want to target him. We were shown really everything. I mean, the edit makes sense, and I feel like the strategy was like very, very good. Obviously, we can be disappointed about the outcome, but at the end of the day, I'll take this over Survivor, like really anything from Survivor 41 or 2. So, yeah.
Well, this was really engaging television in terms of we cared about Cody and we care about Jesse. So it's very engaged. Like you care about what happens. You know, it's not just numbers.
Right.
It's not just the strategy there. There's also the emotional element. People care about these players, which is what I think is missing a lot in current seasons, is you actually care a lot about the player.
Agreed. Yeah. Because I feel like the main issue that I had, like even last season, which was like, is a season with good strategy. Like there were good blindside towards the end. It's just like, aside from maybe Jonathan, like I really didn't care when Hai went. I looked at Hai as a player in the game, not as a person that I actually care about. Jesse and Cody here, like watching them go back and forth, and then Carla being slimy, and then them going back and forth, and then even Gabler comes in, and then like Owen's talking as well. Like I actually care about all of these people genuinely, which is like I really can't say about these past 2 seasons. So I think this episode solidified this season as officially superior to these past 2 seasons.
Yeah,
it was.
When's the last time we've had an emotional betrayal like that?
Yeah, never. I mean, they like tried to do it with Leon, was it Ricard and Shan, and they tried to do it again with Mike and Hai, and it doesn't work like this. This
was real, you know.
This felt real.
Cody was really, but you could feel like the real betrayal from.
It was
Cody.
just a great episode. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, the
Dylan.
fact they couldn't get out Carla was fucking.
Very.
I mean, it's disappointing that it is Cody, but it's still riveting TV. I think.
If Cody had to go out in some way, man, this is the way, man. Like there is no other way, like better way for him to go out here. Dylan asked, why did he play the idol on Owen? That's because the target of the vote was Owen, and he only needs that second idol for next round. So he doesn't need this idol.
But what if Jesse got played and they actually betrayed him and then try to vote him out tonight? I think that was risky for him not just playing on himself.
Maybe, but I just think he goes on a limb and assumes that everyone's not lying and he's not going to go home. And if he is, then he is. That's it.
Yeah, he has been betting on him being correct every time, which is dangerous. But he's been correct every time.
I mean, if anyone should bet that they're staying in that round, who is vulnerable, it's probably Jesse. So
the guy who's been correct every time so far.
I just don't get why he gave it back to
Cody should have kept it.
I do see that's the only just a little small shortcoming. I did kind of want to just like see that in fact Jesse got it back from Cody in the end. I didn't like going and not knowing where the idol was. I assumed he gave it back, but I did kind of want to see that. Again, other than that, fantastic episode. If you guys have questions, put a question mark at the end of your question in the chat, and it will be answered at some point. I think the biggest thing here, or takeaway, is that Carla's not winning. Her edit was so negative. Oh my God, she got a horrible edit. She
Yeah.
got dragged. Like my late grandpa hated her off of the
I mean, we already hated her before this. So
correct,
really
exactly.
get with
And
the-
so I was like telling him, like, yeah, no, I agree. And he was like, she's like the worst. Like, oh my God. So it's like it makes sense. Like why they're like trying to make Carla's edit worse and worse to set up for a Cassidy win. I still think
I
it's
think
Cassidy.
Cassidy's winning. I think Cassidy's
I
winning.
think
I don't.
I think at this point it's Cassidy or Jesse, and we all agree Jesse's edit is at least fishy.
Well, it kind of fixes up this episode because now it's fine. Like, oh,
did,
I
it did.
blindsided my biggest
did.
ally. Look at me.
If he doesn't win though, this episode's gonna suck. If he doesn't end up winning,
The
Well,
episode's not gonna
more
suck.
like it's
The
gonna be like
finale's
more
gonna
like
suck.
why was this
Yeah.
episode edited like this
It-
and it sucked.
it'll
It's
lose
more-
something. I think over in like looking
I
back
don't
on
think
it in future, be like, that was a
this
great move, but
episode-
it's screwing him.
I don't
in
think
the
really
end.
a winner
I think the
changes
season.
how
I
a
think the
episode-
season.
Yeah, the season.
Yeah,
more.
no,
Oh
the
yeah, sure.
season goes down if Jesse, because at this point the only person, because we've been shown how sloppy Carla's playing, so now it's just Jesse. I mean, like that's it. It has to be Jesse. If it's not Jesse,
What
then
about Gabler,
we-
who
we
constantly keeps
don't
talking
have a winner.
about he's an assassin, but he doesn't do anything.
he's like, yeah, I'm the best assassin ever.
I
I'm
kill
an
people
assassin.
by putting poison in
This-
their soup or whatever.
and- Like, come on, and like it's like the best assassin puts some like poison in the milk or whatever. It's like, bro, what are you talking about? Like,
Well,
you-
I will say, Cassie
No.
kind of got a quiet edit this episode, right? It's
she
more
did,
so-
but she wins the immunity. I also think her being at opposition with Carla, who's getting such a negative edit, isn't a bad thing for her edit. So to me, I can still again. I think it's silly, but it's better. I think at this point, I am more happy with a like with a Cassidy win than like an Erica win. I feel like
yeah.
do you guys agree? I feel like an Erica
I
win
don't
is
know.
worse than a Cassidy win.
Well, we're trying to see how this final episode kind of plays out to fully be like. You
Let's assume that Carla goes at 5 and it's
which I-
not Cassidy. It's not Cassidy.
know, if,
Like
if
she,
it's not-
she
so you're saying Carly goes out to 5 and Cassie's not the winner?
no, Cassidy is not responsible for it. So it's not any
Oh.
extra moves for her. It's just that, like what she has now. I think I would say it's a better win than Erica's still.
At least she's been like edited somewhat
Yeah,
consistently.
like she's at least a character. Erica was like, what the hell? Like just
who is
she
this-
didn't do anything, like not a thing. And she should have gone home at the end of the pre-merge and the first vote of the merge. At least Cassidy actually, didn't have a point where she had 11 people trying to vote her out at the same time, like Erica did two seasons ago. So I would say
mean-
Cassidy's a better winner than Erica would be. I'm curious what the chat thinks. Bitter, what do you think?
Well, I think that might be correct. I would have to think about it, after it's over and all that. But I think, to me, right now, she's the worst of the people left to win. I think.
Oh,
she's the least
definitely,
deserving
yeah.
of everybody.
I
left.
think Gabler deserves a win over Cassidy.
Yeah, he made a big
um,
move at least.
Right, Cassidy hasn't done really anything. Christina asks, I'm confused. Are there any idols left? So Jesse has his idol. That's it.
Yeah, it's Janine Idol.
So Jesse played Cody's idol on the person who Cody voted for, which is
So he
Owen.
still has Janine's idol. And
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
He still has Janine's idol, which was given to Dwight, which was given to him. And then
So he's
that's
guaranteed
it.
Final Four.
Yeah, he's
Carla-
Final Four.
yeah. No.
Carla's
And so
not.
Jesse has to lose fire then, right? Is that
Yeah,
like
if he
almost
loses fire,
guaranteed?
that's the big out.
Do you
That's
think he's
why-
gonna
Yeah.
be that? Okay, so let's say Carla goes right. So the
Yeah,
final,
yeah.
so the final challenge we all know is that ball challenge, right? Where they like that's all.
So
it's
let's
been
say
like that,
Jesse
right, every
goes
single
at
season.
3. Then we get our worst case scenario.
Well, he goes
Final 3 of Owen, Gabler, and Cassidy. I knew it, guys. I told you I knew it, dude.
Well,
I
wait,
told you guys.
wait. So assuming Carla goes home at 5, the final 4 would be Jesse, Cassidy, Gabler, Owen, right?
Somebody wins.
I think Owen wins the ball challenge. I think Owen wins.
I think
that.
he takes Cassidy. Maybe. Oh, maybe.
yeah,
he takes
I
Gabler.
would.
I would take Cassidy too. So that means the fire would be Gabler, Jesse.
You don't want to take Jesse no
Shoot,
matter what.
Gabler wins that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think he wants to put Gabler up against Jesse to take him out.
Oh
It
my
works.
god, it's gonna
And
be
now it's Owen,
Gabler, Cassidy, final
And
3.
Cassidy, and I think that's where Cassidy wins.
It can make sense to edit now if we think that's the final 3 because all these big players don't make it, and these 3 kind of goats make it, so they get bigger edits. That would make sense why the season's kind of like the way it is.
Yeah, I'm just.
We've solved the mystery, guys.
So
we did it.
it's just like, is
Congratulations.
that over? I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed. Carla has no
Well,
idol. So
I mean,
she's
I think
gonna
Owen
go.
could sneak out a win again.
I mean, there's still a
unless she wins
chance Jesse
immunity.
gets. I still think Jesse's a good chance of being the winner of the season. They're trying to downplay it.
He
so
has
it's
to
not
win
obvious.
fire. I mean, he has to win
Well,
fire.
Well, he
we're
could
not-
win that- he could win that
win-
challenge,
We don't
too.
really know who's going to win the challenge. You know, I think
I mean,
Owen
I
has a good
get
shot
it.
to win it. but
Jesse
I
was
still-
leading this challenge. He just fell apart.
So
at the
we're
puzzle.
saying that Jesse's
was?
only chance here to win is to win
the Final Four.
immunity
Yeah,
challenge.
basically.
That's literally his only chance.
Well, unless he's actually good at fire, and we just don't know.
Yeah, who else? I mean, if he goes up against who?
Gabler.
Gabler? Yeah, I
I-
guess
He's
Gabler.
done.
I'd put
He's
him, yeah.
raps. He's raps against Gabler.
There's no
So
way
it's like,
Gabler, ex-military, whatever.
yeah, come on. So it's like he has to win. Damn. Okay, I don't like that we can like basically play out the entire game right now. With,
well, you never know
like,
for
70
sure. You know,
well, obviously you're
Yeah, because you don't.
Ne-
Because Carla can
never
win
should.
immunity.
yeah,
next
Carla
vote,
can win immunity,
and then Jesse plays his idol, so they're both safe. Now they have two big people to take out.
that means that
I understand, but it's like just
Honestly,
like, it matches
is-
so well with the edit in the game.
Is Jesse's best chance to win for Carla to win the immunity next round, so he and
So that
Carla both go to the final
Fireman-
four?
fire
So
making,
at least
yeah.
like it's a guarantee.
so that
Possibly.
so that he gets put up against Carla in fire making, then right,
Yeah,
and then he can beat Carla.
but
'cause
then there's the
Carla's not
risk of
Mike.
Carla winning the final four immunity and then sending him
and
to
then putting
fire.
him
Yeah.
up against Gabler anyway, and then bringing Cassidy with her, and then
Yep.
hoping that Gabler takes him out, and then it's her Cassidy Gabler, and then she wins that. So if Carla wins out, she wins. If not, then we're saying like it's very likely that Cassidy wins unless Jesse wins at 4. That's it. It's just
Yeah, I mean, Jesse's biggest flaw was this. Could be this move because even though it was a great move, right? It was like in the way he executed it.
yeah.
Cody, I think, was taking him to the finals.
Yeah, and I think
I
I
think
think
he beats him,
he does
honestly.
beat him. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This was the
So,
worst move he could have made. Wow.
voted out a
okay,
very
alright.
loyal person.
Yeah. Damn.
Do you
That's
think?
like-
do you think
yeah.
Cody would still vote for him? Because if you didn't say at the end, I think he was messing around, but like he gave the
Cody-
middle finger to the Jesse.
Yeah, you know,
and-
Cody will definitely vote for him.
I think he will.
said nothing to explain, and when he's like, "I'll explain," and he's like, "No, there's nothing to explain," and then he dapped him up. And then when he was doing his last interview, he said that like, "Oh, like I like can't fault him for taking me out," so I feel like he's not anywhere near enough bitter to not vote for the best player in the game, right? I mean,
You never know.
I guess.
Old Survivor
Okay,
things
but
would
like,
really be based off that kind of betrayal. Like,
No, I get it, but like logic says that he's like what like the
Yeah, also, like-
evidence
Yeah,
we've
well,
seen.
this,
Well, then, like, you
this-
gotta think,
this
like, who was
stretch
you
of
gonna vote
seasons
for
hasn't been that
instead?
logical.
one
for
at a
us,
time
really,
with
so-
the BS. Go ahead.
The BS.
BS.
Go ahead,
No,
go
this
ahead.
is
Go,
This
go
ain't
ahead, Peter.
BS.
Go ahead.
you
Guys,
say go
BS.
ahead. What?
No, okay. So I was just saying. Now I don't remember what I was saying. Thanks.
This is human
Spencer.
shit, not bullshit.
Thanks,
I can-
Spencer. You evil.
I can only
devil.
think at the same time Sky's thinking. That's the only time.
You
Well,
guys
no, what
are-
I was saying, you said you get logic, or whatever, like the rap. But I was like,
What?
well, these past 3 seasons it hasn't been that logical if you look like the winners and like the editing. So it's not like logic necessarily works.
I'm not talking about a winner's edit. I'm talking what?
You just said use
Okay.
logic or whatever.
No,
Okay,
yeah,
I'm like-
yeah.
I'm not talking about a winner's edit. You just
I'm
said
not.
that they
I'm,
have
not,
logic.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like the past 3 seasons.
So then that's irrelevant. Then I'm not talking about a winner's edit.
I'm
Then.
not-
We're
I
not,
know
we're not
why
really.
not.
I don't think we're
This
really
is-
arguing with you, Spencer. We're kind of agreeing with you. We're just
Yeah.
saying
This is a
that
really
there could be
weird,
an
weird way to
illogical-
agree with somebody.
it could be very
It's a
illogical. Yeah. ending.
It's a
Well,
very odd way to agree with somebody. But
and I was
I'll-
agreeing
I'll
with you
take it.
too when I was talking. I was going to say that I kind of agree because I don't think there's anyone he would necessarily vote for over
Who's
Jesse,
he?
even if he was mad at Jesse. Cody.
Yeah, I that's why I think Cody's guaranteed to win if he gets to the end. Carla's guaranteed a win if she gets to the end. I don't think
It's
either
tough.
are going to get to the end. I to be honest, they
Well,
like
Cody just
Jesse.
got voted out. So
like,
yeah.
I think we like after this episode, it's just so hard to see Carla win. Like that edit was so negative. It was so negative. Like she, like all of the bad cocky content that they like could have given her, she got.
Yeah.
So I feel like her chances are almost gone after this. So it's just Jesse, and Jesse would just have to win in immunity at the exact right time frame.
Personally, if you start crying over, I didn't vote, you're lying, bro. Like I 100% think you're lying. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Like you're telling the truth. If you start crying over, I feel like you win the entire game and I didn't vote. I'm voting you out. Like,
I'm voting
you are
your ass
definitely
out,
lying,
bro.
bro. 'cause
Sorry.
It's not
That
that
was
deep. Like it really
so
isn't that deep.
Funny, her trying to convince Jesse to go with
Yeah.
the lie, and he's like immediately like, yeah, everything you
Oh,
know
yeah.
about Carla is
No,
true.
that was so funny. Everything you know about Carla is true. It's like, and then
One-
you go Carla out. Like, all right,
Yeah,
One,
Carla went this
um,
episode. This episode would have been amazing though.
One benefit, no, I agree. If Carla goes, this is like
Like,
this is like a top episode of
I
Survivor.
just don't get
period.
why Cody gave it back. Because if someone's like, "Hey, bro, like you're guaranteed safety. Let me have that guaranteed safety real quick before we go." I'm kind of like, what
Yeah, because
you-"
Cody was still worried about possibly Carla still playing the idol, and then he'd
Yeah.
have to play his. So
I
he's
don't
got to
really
ask.
understand letting somebody take your
Jesse-
idol. It's just stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should have. That was weird.
Because like
But-
obviously he's in the mindset of it doesn't matter or whatever. It's like really quickly,
Sure.
but like you should be always thinking about that. Like you that's
Yeah,
just
you
just
don't want
can't
to
let
ask for someone for
guard up.
your idol at tribal.
Agreed. BEK makes up an interesting point here, which is that Jesse's getting a lot of screen time with his family content. Does that increase his chances of winning?
I don't know,
I
man.
think it definitely helps him. It definitely helps him.
That's the one
Why is it
negative
just now all
about
of a
Jesse. Is
sudden?
he's a big crybaby.
Well, why is it now just happening now? It's like, I need to secure the future of my family. Like what?
Well, it usually does
Like
hike up
like
towards the
he's
end.
poor and
We got
like,
the
is
Jeremy
struggling in life right
stuff.
now.
We got the Jeremy stuff at like 8, and that's kind of when we started to get it for here.
Well,
So I mean,
my question is he really like have a terrible life? He's like, I want to secure the.
Well, he
bro,
was like in a
you're-
gang and stuff.
Well,
wasn't he?
he's not anymore. Like he's cool.
I know, but
Isn't
I'm
this
sure
the
his
worst
life's
thing to
not
do if you're in a
amazing.
gang. Like or previously, aren't the ops gonna come for you now since they see you on
The
national
ops.
television? Like,
No, I don't think he did. Like, it's because you were in
What
a
are you
gang, doesn't mean you did
talking
anything
about?
illegal necessarily.
well, yeah. Well, I
what are
mean,
you talking about?
not really. No, like he said he got like violent or whatever. He got tattooed.
got
Like there's got to be
violent,
ops
bro.
out there, right? And like, now they're seeing him on.
Well,
national
maybe he already
television.
paid for those crimes. I don't know.
God, that's
He
goofy. bro.
paid
said
the
he
ops
paid
off.
the
Is that what
ops.
you're saying?
No. Like
paid
he might have done time or something. I don't know.
No, but like the rival
yeah.
gang, like the blood
Oh
versus
yeah.
Crip.
Well, he didn't
like,
say
you
what
know-
gang he was in, did he?
No, but like I assume like
Okay.
it's-
Anyways, so Team Wall pointed out that Jesse was not in the promo for like at all, like not a second. Obviously, promos are never really good to
I mean,
predict, but
we saw Owen punching a coconut or something like that. So I mean,
Now he's
Yeah.
a professional puncher.
Which is
he's
like-
like, oh, I'm so
that's like-
angry.
that's like
Grr."
perfect for like a second place finisher edit in the for now. You're punching a coconut frustrated. Like that's such a second place
I
finisher
think
edit.
that
like,
thing has some airtime too. He punted that shit. It was like, ooh.
Remember that time,
Yeah.
guys? I punched a coconut. You should vote for me.
you should vote for me. Like I
He
just
said
think right
something
now.
like, "Oh, I'm so
I
frustrated."
guys,
And
I
punted
just
it.
really think a Cassidy win is almost guaranteed here.
No, it's not. No.
I think it's either Cassie or Jesse. I don't think anyone else wins.
I think there's
I
a really good
just-
chance that this is an edit for Jesse that is possibly a downplaying the obvious winner because they've gotten a lot of backlash of the winner being too obvious a lot. So they're
Bitter,
not trying to
give
play
me
him
your
up.
percentage chance for each player. So here's mine. I got 60% Cassidy,
Whoa.
30% Jesse, like 5 Carla, and then Owen and Gabler can split the
Me?
5.
It's like 51% Jesse, 49% Cassidy, 0% everyone else. So
Okay.
I'll go 70% Jesse, 10% Carla, 5% for Gabler and Owen.
combined,
How about
Yeah.
Cassidy?
5%.
What's that at? Like about 100 already? So
So you
I
really,
give-
you really don't think
or like
Cassidy-
1%.
You have 1% for a Cassidy win. All right,
Yeah.
that is on record. So we'll just have to go back.
I know
to
I'm
it.
gonna have to eat my words. That's gonna
Yeah, I
suck.
was gonna say,
okay,
you're
I
really
give
gonna
I
regret.
give Cassie 100% chance to win.
W. Now
W
we
is
It's guaranteed.
W range,
jinx it. Boom. So
Oh
yeah,
wait,
no,
we're jinxing. Oh guys, Cassie's the winner of the season.
Cassidy
I
is
saw
gonna
the
win.
spoilers, guys. I saw the spoilers.
100%. 100%. You know, I actually was on the island myself. I saw it. Like, from my
Yeah,
own two
I
eyes.
was the sand. Believe me, like I was.
I
there,
was the
saw it.
sand, bro.
Yeah.
Spencer was the white.
Yeah. What? Yeah, so I feel like to me the only way that Carla wins is by winning out. The only way that Jesse wins here is by winning specifically at Final Four immunity and also putting the right people at the end. And
True.
if either of those two things don't happen, it's Cassidy. So Cassidy has to have like a 60 or 70% chance of winning. This person says, has Jesse got any negative content? I mean,
Not really.
particularly.
no. He just gotten a lack of positive content where he deserved it.
He's gotten a lack of content.
Yeah,
from,
he should be given.
Yeah.
He's actually he's a great player.
He's
It's
a good
crazy
player.
that he's like the star player since the new era.
Yep.
in terms
Probably, you
of
can argue he's the
Lucas-
best player in this.
Lucas point says, "How's or the thoughts on Carla and Cody's aggressive gameplay?" And I think this is a great thing. Like to watch these two go at each other, like really, like, and they're like trading jabs, like personal jabs and strategical jabs. Like it felt personal and it felt conflict. You know, I don't know. To me, this is exactly what I want more of in this
Yeah.
new era. Is people going at it. Like
Yeah.
obviously Carla,
Whoa,
like
stop.
we obviously don't like Carla, but I respected Carla for having the aggressiveness to go after Cody, and try to get him out in that way, and not just like get offended, not do it. Just no, they're like 100% trying to get each other off the island by any means necessary. And it was so common in the 20s and even the 30s, and it's just not common anymore.
This was
really
old
at
school
all.
Survivor tonight for real. There was emotion. Like people
Yeah.
were actually like playing with hurt feelings and stuff, which is what
Yep.
Survivor is great when that happens. I actually really liked it when Jesse said, "I'm out here to win. I'm gonna be ruthless. I'll do whatever it takes." And a lot
Yeah.
of the people out here with me are happy just because of the experience. That's the problem with modern survivors. There's too many people who are just out here to make friends and for the
Instagram
experience.
stories, yeah.
Put the people who want the money no matter what.
Yep.
That's the best players.
The people who need the money play the most fun games to watch because they really want it. Like the family man usually plays the game the hardest, even though
Yep.
he's a dad and he's a great guy, because he wants it for his family more than the teenage girl who's trying to get the Instagram clicks or whatever. It's like, it's just, to me,
Yeah, the money from plastic surgery. Yeah.
it should be common sense here. Cast more Jessies, cast less Cassidys. It's very simple.
Well,
It should
wait, don't just stop casting.
Oh,
Okay, we
yeah,
need like
you-
1 or 2 per season.
you
but, like,
want the eye
No,
candy,
you actually
yeah.
you need a few more Cassies and a few less other ones.
Other ones.
if we can just replace every single female archetype with a Cassie, I would personally be okay with that. If you just
Personally, I would
Cassie.
not have that.
I would
have
personally.
Carla's been an interesting player, and I think she's actually good casting. But
Gamer
in terms
Jesse
of eye candy.
says he donates to $2 and says, "I think Carla's out next." What do you guys think?
yeah, it's a
I
good
think
chance.
I think Carla's almost guaranteed. I mean, there's just no way.
Well, they don't. Idols don't come back in rotation, right? That's they
So
stopped doing
5
that
is the
since
last time
41.
to play it, and I don't think they come back and rotate. It's also a new beach too.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Wait, why is that? Like, what?
I
wait a minute.
yeah,
Why?
I don't
they
like
hide
it.
something?
Why we gotta be different?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
like
bro.
they're like
Well, no,
gonna
Gable
hide
did
a-
find something. We saw in the preview that he found
It's a
something.
ch-
So Carla
it's
doesn't
a-
even find
It's
it.
an advantage at the Final
Yeah.
5 challenge because
Okay,
the
so
Final 5
Carla doesn't
challenge
even
is
find the
usually really big.
advantage, so it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, we're all good. Everything's fine.
Okay, but like I mean, we kind of talked about earlier. Like the more interesting scenario is the one where Carla wins at 5. If Carla loses, then it's Carla, Jesse, and it's going to be a 3 with Cassidy and Gabler and Owen. That's so disappointing, though, that it's going to be Cassidy, Gabler, and Owen at the end. That sucks.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
honest. I'm fine with Carla or Cassidy goes next week. So next episode.
Well,
Wins or
this is the last
goes?
episode.
Yeah, I know. I mean next vote out
Wins or goes?
goes.
Huh?
Okay. Yeah. No. Well, yeah. I mean,
I'll take what I can get.
I mean, again, a Jesse win is the goal, but I don't really see it happening. To be honest, I just don't. Right? Like, there's like how? Like, what's like aside
moves
from
are
him
there.
winning at 4? Is there any other path besides him winning at 4? that-
Well, it
that-
depends on who wins at 4. If Gabler wins at 4, he probably puts like Cassidy or Jesse.
Now, if Gabler wins at 4, I think okay, that actually is pretty good. That's pretty good for his game because now it's him versus either what Owen
Yeah.
yeah, him or Cassidy,
or
whichever one
Cassidy,
puts
which
him.
is doable.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like people that like don't practice fire on Survivor are just asking for, you know what I'm saying? Like you have like, well, it used to be 38, right? Days. Now it's like 25 days. It can't be that hard to learn in 25 full days, right? Like,
Well, so I feel like he's hoping for him or Gabler. So if he wins or Gabler wins, if he wins, he wins. The whole season is over. If
It's over.
Gabler wins, he has a chance to beat
Beat
Cassidy
Owen.
or Owen.
Yeah, I think that's actually a good idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually
Gabler
good
probably
stuff.
takes Cassidy and puts Owen and Jesse at fire. I think Jesse's got a pretty good shot there. It's just it's tough for Jesse. His game is not out of his hands after this move. He has to get lucky. He has.
You know what I want to see?
to get
I
lucky
want to see Cassidy win the Final Four challenge, and then she pulls like a Chris Underwood or whatever, and she
And
thinks she needs
loses.
one more thing. Yeah, one more thing. So she puts herself in the fire making challenge, and she loses.
She puts
I would-
herself in the
that
fire
would-
making though with like Gabler.
Yeah,
The
and she
girls-
loses.
The
and it'd
girls
be
never
so
do that
funny.
because they don't need to do that because they always win with like the worst games, bro. I swear to God, bro. It's just
I
Well,
mean,
yeah,
I
Final
think
Four is-
that'd be really funny.
See, that's
Yeah.
the downside of Final Four fire maker, and Jeff put it in there to help like the bends, right? But
Yeah.
really, it's like it's more reason. Like most of the time, you're trying to get out a dude there at the
Mhm.
fire
Yeah.
making.
well, and
real talk.
it's not even that, but it's like just doing fire making or making it from final 2 to 3. You're just making the game push back 2 rounds. You're literally moving the game backwards, like
And-
not like figuratively, but you're actually moving the game back a round or 2 rounds
I don't know.
because you like the person who needs to go at 4 now needs to go at 6. It just it
Well,
just moves it back.
In my opinion, I think the Final Four challenge should just be fire making. Like all 4 people participate.
Agreed.
In a fire
I
making
think
challenge in Final Four. and
I
it's
think
like, boom.
all 4 doing fire making, and then the last person to finish loses. I feel like that's pretty fair to me.
Wait,
At least.
Well,
Spencer,
I'd
can we-
rather just be the person that wins immediately than they vote.
Spencer, can we highlight Roland's comment right there?
Is it a good comment?
Oh yeah, Roland. Well,
He said,
worst
"Worst
games-
games. Y'all ate just incels. I don't eat incels. That's weird.
What?
I thought it said anchovies for a second. I don't know what I was reading,
Anchovies?
honestly.
Are you
Wait,
guys
what
cannibals?
does
Do you
this
eat
kid
people?
say?
Worst games, y'all ate. I think. Wait,
I know what he's trying to say. This guy,
I don't know what he's trying to say.
What?
What
I
is
have
it?
no
Roland-
idea.
get better at English before you try to insult people. Okay.
What's he trying to
What
say?
did he
I don't,
say?
I don't know what he's
Oh,
trying to say.
y'all
Worst games.
are.
Yeah, he's
oh,
calling us
Oh,
Oh,
he
y'all
said
just-
are. Oh my.
R and
God.
T are kind of close on the keyboard, guys. All right,
Jesus
let's chill
Lord.
out.
How are you gonna
English
get
might be a
cute?
second. It might be a second language, guys. It
That's
might be French.
crazy. Oh,
He
my
sounds a little
Lord.
gay.
Wow.
Y'all
Okay.
ate-
Well,
we
now
did
that we're
eat,
done
in
with
fact.
that, let's move on.
We did eat, in fact, guys.
Who would Carla take to the end if she has an immunity at Final Four?
Depends
I
on who's
think-
there.
Okay, so if Jesse goes, wait, no, Jesse can't go at 5.
Yeah.
Well, if Carla wins immunity, what is it like? Owen going home or something?
Well,
I
my
don't
problem
know.
is I don't see her being at 4. I just can't. Really.
Is it Cassidy?
Yeah, I think Cassidy was.
It's
Yeah, no,
Cassidy.
Okay, so Cassidy goes at 5 if Carla is immune, right? Because
I think the only way Carla doesn't get only way Carla gets the Final Four is she wins the next challenge. I don't see a path for outside.
right,
of that.
right, which it doesn't feel like it's gonna happen because her edit's so negative. Like, there's no way
Yeah.
she gets to the end here, right? Like, her edit's way too negative. Like, wow, I mean, it's just very negative. So then, but if she did win this next challenge and Cassidy goes instead, it may be Owen or Gabler, but it's probably Cassidy at 5. Now it's Carla, Gabler, Owen, and Jesse. Carla wins 4. She probably puts Jesse and Gabler in fire making. Gabler wins against Jesse, and it's her, Gabler, and Owen, and that's just a cheek clapping, bro. I mean, come on, that's not even close.
That's
Come
just a
on,
cheek clapping.
Like Gabler's not
Weird way to put
beating
it,
Carla,
but
I'm
okay.
sorry. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's a very detailed way to put it. But yeah. I don't know. To me, I just don't see Carla getting to 4. Carla goes at 5. There's no way Carla isn't going at 5 here.
See,
I'll mark it
Jesse's
down.
plan would have been screwed if Carla didn't play her idol.
Wait.
No,
would be
Cody
screwed?
still would have gone home.
That's what I'm saying. But like, I know, but that's Carla would still have her idol this week, and she wouldn't be able to take him out.
What do
Oh
you
yeah,
mean?
I guess his whole plan was relying on Carla getting spooked so she plays her idol. Because if she just doesn't play her idol here, but she didn't have to.
And she's
She's-
safe next week.
Yeah, but she was gonna get spooked because like you can't not play her. Like, you have an idol, and it's
I mean,
fine.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I
yeah,
feel
you're,
like-
it's a very good chance. It made a lot of sense. I'm just saying, if she
Yeah.
didn't, though, he would have been in a bad
If
spot.
she somehow sniffed it out and saw that it was almost a bit too obvious, then now she's guaranteed to get to the end. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
Jesse tells everybody the plan, right? Except for Cody and Carla.
And Carla.
So it just takes one of those other people to tell Carla what the plan is.
Well, I guess that Cody gave him, I guess, the idol back enough for him to go tell him because everyone was like, "Oh no, man, we're running out of time." You know. It was
Shadow
like, "Oh, no."
Silver said, "How mad would you be if Carla won?" I mean, these
Pretty
guys,
mad.
I don't know about
I want
them.
to be that mad.
Me personally, I wouldn't be as nearly as mad as a Cassidy one because while Carla's just annoying and I'm not personally a fan of Carla, I can put that aside to say she played a game. Unlike Erica Marianne, like
yeah,
she played
Carla's a better
game.
winner than both of those.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, if
like
I don't know,
Carla
man.
started the game, played a game. When in the middle of the game, she played a game, and then she finished playing a game. Like Erica and Marianne didn't do that. They just simply didn't play full games and or really games at all, to be honest.
I don't know.
Like,
If
to
Carla
me,
wins,
Carla makes moves. Erica does not make moves. Marianne made one big move. So it's like, to me, it's just like I would be mad on like a fan level, but on like a person of the game, like an enjoyer of the game, I would not be angry at a Carla win.
And Carla likes women, so I have a lot of similarities with her.
well, I mean, if Carla wins, you might never see me again because I might have to go.
You never
honestly,
see me again.
Well, at least Cassie has a redeeming quality about her. Carla doesn't really, so it's.
What? No, Carla likes women.
No, Cassie's way more attractive than a Carla though, so it's that's her.
Someone
redeeming
says
quality.
Gabler 100% final 3 at least?
I think so. I don't see anyone getting
Gabler's pretty much guaranteed. Like if anyone goes here who isn't Carla and Jesse at 4 and 5, it's gonna be Owen or Cassidy, right? It is like who's taking out Gabler at 5?
Yeah, which makes sense. His edit is just he could potentially get. He might get a vote. That's probably what he gets. He gets a vote.
I think like Ryan would vote for him or something like that.
Because his whole I'm a threat, but no one notices me. No one notices you because you're not a threat.
You're just no one notices that you're.
I mean, he kind of like said like something correct, where like you don't want to be out all day, like oh look at me how big of a threat I am or whatever. But you also like don't want to have like no game at all.
Yeah, there's a risk to that. Yeah, you can't go too under the radar to where no one thinks you played the game.
Gamer Jesse donates another 2, and he says, "What 3 would you want to get to the 3?" I would love a Jesse versus Carla here. That would be really fun to watch. But obviously, well, yeah, and that's
I'm gonna be a big misogynist. I want the 3 dudes to get to the end.
They had it. It was so close. Yeah. All they had to do,
game wise, I would love
had it in the bag.
Jesse and Carla with Gabler as the 3. But if I'm talking about like guaranteeing Jesse a win, you're talking about Gabler, Owen, and Jesse, and then Jesse gets to kind of toy with Owen and be like, "Oh, like you didn't play a game, haha." So
you're just saying that because I'm Asian, Jesse.
Yeah, I am.
We'll see. But you know what? Owen has been a lot more base than I thought he.
No, because
I like Owen. Owen's
that's
like
an interracial final 3, bro. That's like what I'm saying. It's
yeah, 100%.
Interracial
right.
final 3. Big W for the Survivor community.
100%. That makes perfect sense.
Owen's one of the few characters on the season. Like, he actually has a personality.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. I mean, Owen's not
Owen was
an
a pleasant
NPC.
Surprise.
Right, because because you have all these NPCs in the past few seasons, and that's something Owen isn't. I feel like the problem that we've had with these casts is just like it's a bunch of players, it's a bunch of pawns on the board, but there's no people. That's why this episode was so fun to watch, because you had people who you cared about. And Owen is definitely someone who, even though he's not like a big player like Cody, like Jesse, you still care about Owen. And I think Owen is not the LVP here. Even though he's played a bad game, I think the LVP here has to be
Carla. Bro, wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
There's
Carla,
no way to use like NPC in like an actual sentence, because like what the hell?
What?
I no one. I don't know if that's like a thing for you, but like no one says
like
that anymore.
Thing, like
I hear that a lot. NPC.
Yeah, at like my school, like if you do anything like one wrong move and you're an NPC.
Well, no, it's the exact opposite, bro. Like people that call people NPCs are the ones that get like beat up.
Really?
Yeah.
They get beat up.
What?
Not like beat. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like,
so someone calling NPC sounds like someone who's
Texas
not afraid
high
to
schools
say
are weird,
things,
man. Yeah,
and they get beat up.
Well, no, they get shot actually, but
they get shot, bro. What do you guys have a class on?
Maybe I'll go to the cartel and call them an NPC.
This is
no, you definitely don't want to do that.
AP AR-15 class students. The test will be whatever I said the test is, because I have
AP Gunology.
Are these like anime weebs that go to like Mexico and go like they're gonna fight the cartel? Like, you're just an NPC, man, and then they get their heads chopped off.
Like, let me see how anime
let's stop talking about NPCs before we confuse the people who have lives. So I feel like the MVP has to be Jesse here, right?
I mean, I guess
Jesse,
like
totally
the move is
no
questionable at best, but it is like one of the more impressive moves that we've seen in this whole new era. So I mean, kind of have to give it to him, right? So,
yeah.
Even
though it would have been awesome to see Cody pull off his move of convincing Carla not to play her idol.
Yeah. Yep. And it seemed like
I mean, he did,
like she wasn't
technically.
going to, because she was very
Yeah.
hesitant to play her idol even after, you know, they had played their idol.
Has it? Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it's
I can't believe
It's
she
tough.
fell for that.
yeah.
That was like
I
such an
can't-
obvious bluff.
Like, she is definitely the LVP. I feel like it isn't even really close. Like, I'm trying to like really think, like, did anyone else play a worse round?
No, I mean she was getting
It's
she
Carla.
played badly either with
No,
Jesse's
she got
move
baited
or
so
Cody's
hard,
move.
bro. She got baited by both moves. She got
Yeah,
double baited.
She
like,
lost her
got-
idol in Jesse's move
in a
and
vote where she got one vote. She got one vote tonight, and
Yeah.
she lost her idol.
Yeah,
Or-
Jesse
and
was
then
like.
the other outcome is she goes home.
Well, no, Jesse baited two people. He baited Cody and Carla. He's a master at baiting. One could call him a master
Yes,
baiter, if
yes,
you will.
you could.
Exactly.
But
That's
another
funny.
thing with Jesse though is that
Hold
he
on.
is
The bitter,
Go ahead.
back burner. Just trust me. 80 says he's just off to watch RHAP, but he says these takes are bad enough for me to listen to lukewarm Stephen Fishback takes. You have
I don't
fun
know
with
what
the
that
lukewarm.
means. Like, I don't get what that's supposed
You,
to say.
you,
Like,
you have some fun with the ice cold RHAP. Takes.
that was very powerful, if you ask me.
Go ahead. Bitter.
okay. Yeah. So okay. I don't mean okay. Go watch
Yeah.
go watch RHAP.
Go watch RHAP.
or go watch Peridium. Every other podcaster says the same exact things. So go
Yeah.
listen to the same takes from everyone else.
Yeah.
We're the only ones that give different
Yeah, I don't think
stuff.
anyone else is going to call Jesse a masturbator, if you ask me. That's just me.
If they do, it's by accident.
Go ahead, Bitter.
Okay, now I completely forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, okay, Jesse. Jesse's move is also risky. It's like, how do you not see him as the biggest threat? Everyone else,
Yeah.
Like, him telling everybody that he has Cody's idol. He's lucky they didn't all just turn around and be like, this guy's a huge threat right now. We need to take him out.
Jesse?
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean,
if Cody, I mean, if Jesse came to me telling me Cody really trusts me, he gave me his idol, and now I want to vote him out and then play Carla. I'm like, this guy is a huge threat, and he's betraying his number one ally.
yeah,
I'd
it's
be
funny what like Jesse does to everyone else, where like they like make a plan. He's like, you know what? They need to go now. Like, someone has to do that to, like, someone should do that to Jesse at some point. I feel like
Well, I keep
should
feeling it's
happen.
gonna happen, but it doesn't. Like, imagine if not Jesse, Owen, Gabler, and Cassidy were like, "What if we just vote out Jesse tonight?" And that's what happened. That would have been
Yeah.
a crazy tribal. So Cody thinks his plan's going down. Carla thinks Cody's plan's going down. Jesse thinks his plan's going down, and then they vote out Jesse. That'd been crazy.
What,
That would
Cassidy
have been
and
insane.
Gabler,
It's just that
you know,
it's again
you know.
like there is a certain level of bluff that you do like have to either fully respect or fully just not trust and go for it. And they decided to go like half iffy, like, well, they may have it, but they may not. Like, me personally, if I'm in a game, I'm either saying screw it, we are all voting Carla, and if she has an idol, she has an idol, and if she plays it, she plays it. Whereas in like or like she has an idol, like, we are just not gonna vote for her. Like, but don't like just disregard it. Like, pick a choice. Are you going to believe it or not? And I feel like kind of the mistake that Owen and Gabler are making in this round is just not like making a choice here. They just try and flip on each other because they're scared that they're going to go home.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
And I will say, Jesse did, I guess, cover himself a little bit by saying he's going to play the idol, so that would throw Jesse and Owen and all them off from voting out Jesse. So
yeah. It's just do people know he has an idol, Jesse?
Well, no, my question was,
he said he was. gonna
Jesse
play
was saying he was
Cody's
going to play
idol.
his idol, but then during tribal, he was all like, "Oh yeah, I'm little old submissive me. I have to kind of do whatever."
Yeah,
these
I
two
don't
guys
think
say."
everyone knows that Jesse has an idol here. Maybe
No,
they all vote for Jesse.
Jesse told them, "I'm going to play Cody's idol on myself." I think.
Right. So he has no idea that wait, they have no idea that Jesse has an idol. So what if Jesse gets his free pick? Maybe he takes out Carla in that way. But if Carla wins immunity, then he takes out. I don't know.
Do you think Jesse doesn't tell anyone and just plays it, and they all vote for him, and then he takes out?
Yeah, and then like maybe he gets his free
that'd
pick
be.
of it.
I would do that too because that'd be such a huge booster
Move.
to winning the game.
Yeah, definitely.
And like, you just, no matter what, play it for yourself. Don't overthink it, And then I don't know. It's still just like at 4, he has to win that challenge, or like Gabler, but that's not going to happen.
I mean,
So
his only
he has to
option
win.
is he somehow wins fire. He wins that challenge, or he somehow pulls a Tony and does like it could be an interest because like Wu's Asian, Owen's Asian, and convinces him to take him.
There's no way that anyone
similarities I'm
takes Jesse
putting
to the
down?
end. Jesse's the only threat left after Carla goes. It's like this. There's no way. Absolutely
Jesse's
no way.
playing a very Tony game. He just betrayed his number one ally.
Yeah, no.
He does
He
all these
keeps-
moves where you're like,
he
this is gonna
keeps
catch up to
flipping.
him, but
Yeah.
it never does.
Yeah.
So
I agree, but I think the difference is like Wu is a player that just isn't cast now. A player like Wu, it just isn't cast now. Like Owen has that different level of like not being a
I
dumbass.
wouldn't want to do that.
Right. It's just,
I was just joking because they're Asian.
Well, no, because I'm saying like even like the quote unquote dumbass Gabler, they still wouldn't do something stupid like that. Like dumb moves like that don't happen anymore because they cast smarter people. You know.
Well, the only people it would happen to are very loyal people. Like Cody might have done it.
I could see
A loyal person.
I could see Cody being like baited into like let's do it, man, let's battle it out or whatever, and Cody would have gone to the end with him. Whereas in Jesse, Owen, Gabler, I don't see those type of guys falling for that.
I agree.
All right. What's going on there in the Skylander universe?
I did upload a video like a week
Go
ago.
check it out.
So,
Skylander Gamer TV. Look it up on the
big-
Googles, on the YouTube.
big upload. Christmas. I don't know. This is it.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
it.
Listen
Okay.
is.
Okay.
Oh
and
wait! If you haven't already, look at my profile picture. You know, it really says
Okay.
it all, honestly.
That's definitely big. thing
Joke's
to
on
look
you.
at.
I can't read.
Typical Eagles fan, but okay.
Bitter. Go ahead. What's going on there in these? The
I
Bitter
just thought
universe?
about something I wanted to mention is Carla at the challenge having like spasms in the middle of.
Oh my
trying
god,
to
that was
win.
so
That was
funny.
so, bro. I feel like she's acting it up, honestly.
She
Like,
was so acting. It was so fake.
But she was so
It was
close
so
to winning. Like, what are you doing?
No,
Fight through
I'm
a hand spasm.
I'm talking about like not like that. I'm saying like when she was like she's been like extra the entire season. I feel like I don't know. I feel like she's
She's
putting
going
that
on
in
she's-
full on
she's very
monologues to
extra.
Jeff in the middle of doing the challenge. I'm like, what are you doing?
Carla's an extra person. She's an extra
Yeah.
person.
Oh yeah, we know
I'm-
that. I mean, just look at her; she's an extra person.
Yeah, I mean, if she saw
Yeah.
Food across the highway, she would
All
probably go on
right,
open
and we're gonna
traffic
get
just to get it.
Believe. Okay. anyways.
Actually, do you know that that's the way to actually like get the police off you, or at least a police log off
really
you?
is just to have Carla.
No.
handy.
If you have a police log on you, right? No, I'm talking about the open traffic part. If you have
Oh,
a police
no.
log on you, right, and you run the open traffic, the dog will be so focused on you that it won't care about the cars, like about to hit it. So if you just run in the open traffic and can just dodge a couple cars, you can get away from it. If I committed a
Wow,
crime.
All right.
That's crazy.
My advice is don't take advice about cops from Sky.
Yeah,
to
Sky
the audience.
definitely has not been dealing with a lot of cops his life. He's a good.
No,
boy,
I'm
so-
talking about police dog. I'm talking about cops.
Right.
That's just
Cops
your
have
white.
guns.
That's your white
Police dog's
privilege
dumb.
guy.
That's your white.
You can get away from a cop,
Yeah.
but the rest of us can't.
The rest of
okay.
us get murked. Okay. Anyway,
Wait,
so,
who's the rest of us, Bitter? Who's us?
Yeah, I was
me
gonna
and
say,
Spencer
but-
and the audience, a very diverse audience.
we have a diverse audience. Is that
I
right?
identify as a non-binary, gay,
Non-binary?
midget, black person.
Agreed.
Right.
Yeah, non-binary. That's what we call it. now.
Anyways, guys, none of this
Non-binary.
happens without you guys. Again, like we are just weird guys speaking in the weird microphones. Without each and every one of you guys, the views have gone up since we're building up to the finale. I really appreciate that, guys. It's all you guys. You guys fund this channel completely. On top of that, guys, if you want to watch the Power Ranking podcast on the weekend, it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Podcasts, it's on Amazon Podcast, it's on all the damn podcasts. You can just look up Survivor Spencer on any of those platforms or Google and it will pop up. All right, guys, peace.